Hello everyone, it's been a while, but we're here to do another episode of the Punchcast, and together with me is Salty Sully.
Yes.
Chicken Eggs,
Yes.
Newcomer.
Hi.
New year, new member. Probably just this episode, I'm not sure. Hopefully we can get you back.
Sure.
Another one of my best friends, Reem.
Hi.
Not the best friend?
Said, no, you're... I said...
Another one of my best friends, huh?
Yeah, no, you...
Exposed.
Okay, and here's another best friend of mine, Hexbeard.
What's Reem?
Hi.
He introduced me, but mine just like went over.
Okay.
Okay, here I'm here with my lovely friend Salty Sully.
Yes!
The amazing Chicken Eggs, the lovely Reem,
Hey!
and the just cool dude Hexbeard.
Just cool.
Just cool.
Just cool.
Bada bing, bada boom, bada ba.
See, he's happy. See, he's happy.
I was happy too. No, I wasn't.
Exactly.
I
Anyways,
can laugh without
you can laugh without moving your face.
Yeah.
Anyways,
They won't get that though.
yeah.
Please, no, they didn't mean it like that.
I mean, they can't see your face. You could be smiling like ecstatically, and they won't know.
Imagine a guy, just imagine someone with a big beard smiling. That's pretty much it.
He hasn't done a face reveal yet.
Ah.
Just a beard. Just
I mean, Hex beard.
Hex beard, come on.
See, but that would have made that face reveal awesome. What if he never had a beard?
How clean
He's
she is.
just clean shaven.
Yes.
Anyway, so we're changing the
Format.
format of the podcast.
Yes.
We're not going to do the news discussions anymore.
Oh, gosh darn it.
Well, there's like no good news anyways. So we'll just do topics. So first topic.
Wow, I see you're throwing shade at Anime News Network. Okay, fine.
Yeah. Because there's no good news right now.
Don't
It's
touch
not
the
really
cable.
their fault.
So, what's the first topic, Mr.FalconPunch?
Okay, so our first topic for today will be personal cringiest moment as an anime fan.
I have the best one.
Alright, so you
Yeah.
start.
So, like a couple of days ago.
Oh, okay, this is recent.
Of course.
Yeah, so it's very recent. So I went to my university with a group of friends, and we decided to sit down in an empty room and record. Oh, hey, hey, hey! How are you? I don't know. Someone take
stop.
please.
Obviously need to stop.
Yeah, you can go. What's your cringiest moment?
Oh, okay, we're going to go with me. Okay.
Yeah.
I want to say, I think I've already talked about this in a video of mine, but when I first started watching anime, like, I was really into One Piece. Like, One Piece was, like, the greatest fucking thing in the world.
Bring along
I like
all
One
your
Piece.
hopes
But,
and dreams.
so I remember I used to have a Yahoo Answers account because that's how I used to get my, like,
Posts?
recommendations
Okay.
Whoa.
for, like, anime and stuff like that. Because I'm like, oh, we're going to anime. So, like, then I'm like, oh, yeah, I could, like, post things. So I remember I would see, like, debates about Naruto versus Bleach and stuff like that. And they're strictly only talking about those two series. I would come in and be like, yo, One Piece is the best. Like, I would just do that for every single one. Just like, I was really like one of those really biased One Piece fans. It was a really dark time for me. But,
I feel like everything I do is kind of cringy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I agree.
You have to talk a little louder.
I feel like everything I do is kind of cringy.
Wow, that was
Exactly what we're talking about.
I mean, as an anime fan, most of the cringy stuff you do is as a K-pop fan.
True.
Actually, no, okay, that time you were doing the torture dance in the food court.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think that has to be
Especially
the
the singing.
most.
Oh my god, the singing.
You weren't even there.
Yes, I
Yeah,
was.
he was.
Wait, you were.
That's the sad part.
Oh, it wasn't that
We
bad.
were both there.
Vocal percussion on a whole nother level coming from my mind.
So yeah, that was basically, yeah, and now she's doing the dance.
Yes.
Yeah, so
That was my favorite thing. I love it so much.
Okay. Mr. One Piece.
I wish it was One Piece. It's something to do with Death Note.
oh, okay.
Oh.
When I actually started watching Death Note,
Did you make a Death Note?
pretty much.
Oh my
Nice.
god.
It's sad. It's very sad. I was so.
I was not expecting that.
Listen. I was so sorry. I put this guy's name like 10 times on the book.
Oh my god.
Wait, okay, you started watching Death Note when like
Oops.
Exactly.
4 years ago, right?
Maybe 5.
God, oh yeah, 5 years ago.
Yeah.
Shit. What did this deal?
Don't worry about it. I don't remember the guy's name.
Was it Mr.FalconPunch?
I would write his name in the life note if there is one thing.
There is a
Life
manga
note?
about that.
Is this
Or the
really?
kiss, the kiss
Oh,
note or
the love
something.
note,
Love
yeah.
note.
Love
yeah.
note. What is
so
a love note?
Basically, same thing as Death Note, except like sexual acts.
Mr.FalconPunch.
Punch me hard.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just a sad time in my life. I was like a teen.
Was it actually like a black book and everything?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I got it from the Comic Con.
Was it the Death Note?
It was so yeah.
Oh,
That's
nice.
not that cringy.
I mean, all of yours are tame. I feel
Oh no,
bad.
no! My friend walked into my room and asked me what I was doing.
I want to
And I
say there's
showed
a
him the
couple
book.
more,
Oh.
but like I'd really have to dig through my memory. Like
Oh.
early anime fan.
Oh, early. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
My
Not-
friends,
not
like
recent.
the ones that I hang out with, like apart from you guys, like my girl squad,
Yeah.
Okay.
they think that everything I do anime related is very cringy.
I mean,
It's
like
'cause
for
they're
people,
girls.
Because they're not anime fans.
yeah, for like
Yeah,
people that are not
exactly.
anime fans, most things an anime fan would do.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess having an anime club, being in charge of an anime club, which is what I did for like 2 years. There was a couple moments that were pretty cringy. Not on my part, but like people in the club. Because like they would
what?
start like speaking Japanese to me. Or like, yeah.
Oh, you know, when we first, like, when the club, like, first, last year, when it first, like, started, and everyone would greet each other, like, Ohayo gozaimasu!
Yeah.
That was probably the worst.
Yeah, that was pretty cringy. But what about you, XP? No?
That's not
No.
true.
Yeah,
No,
for
no,
sure.
Okay,
disagree.
so as a kid, I watched freaking what was it? Yu-Gi-Oh! Right? And I got you remember? You
Oh,
know-
the dual disc?
Yes, that.
Okay.
And I got like cards and everything. And this one day, this friend of mine was annoying me, and I was wearing that, and I had cards, and I just put like the blue dragon one. So I was just like, buddy, I'm gonna fuck you up.
Nice.
Speaking of which, we have a cringe moment together.
But here's
Oh.
the thing. I have so many cringy moments, but I don't cringe, so I'm like
I
fine
mean,
with them.
it is kind of a cringe moment, isn't it?
I remember it as a fond memory. I love that memory.
I
It's not a
wanna
cringy
know.
moment.
It's
Yeah.
the cycle memory.
Yeah, so
Oh, okay. I know what you guys are talking about.
me and Chicken Eggs were cycling, and
Japan.
I don't remember where, but it's like somewhere in Japan. Yeah, so we're cycling, and we just watched the latest episode of Dragon Ball Super. So we're riding, and I'm singing the theme song, but I don't know the lyrics.
It's the theme song for Ultra Instinct.
Yeah, the
So-
ka 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 chidase. Yeah, so I'm singing that as we're cycling, and it's loud, screaming, yodeling, whatever you want to call it. So as I'm riding, I turn to him for him to continue the song, like a pass on. I turn, I see this old Japanese guy on a cycle giving me death stares, and he rides
I
off
remember
faster. So, yeah.
Okay, wait. Does a cringe moment in Japan count as an anime cringe?
I'm pretty
Doesn't-
sure as a foreigner, if they're doing that to a Japanese person.
I'm pretty sure just going to Japan.
Yeah, because see, I have this moment where I think Chicken Eggs was with me when this happened. We were walking in Akihabara, and this random couple was like walking in front of us, and I looked at the page and I looked at Chicken Eggs and I just go, "Oh, and I look back at the couple, and they're just looking at me all scared and what the fuck is wrong with this guy, and walked away. And the little like Japanese person, the girl, she just started mumbling like
What?
Oh
Yeah,
my
very
god!
Japanese. Actually, that reminds me of something else I did, and
Did
I'm
go
pretty
to
sure I-
Chong?
nah.
Okay.
No. I think it's a video on my channel, but I think I might have privated it already because like the cringe was too real.
Wow.
Actually, Reem probably already saw the video,
Yeah.
but in the anime community, you know how you had those like tag videos, like oh you tag someone,
Yeah.
Oh, I hope it's the one.
yeah. So like I got tagged for like a JoJo pose tag.
Yes, I love that video so
You
much.
pose as a JoJo character?
Yeah, and then like I think there was this one. I'm like, oh no, for the video, I dressed up nice because I'm like, oh, you gotta dress classy if you're gonna be doing JoJo. So I was doing it. But
I
no-
really want to watch this
no,
video.
I think it's privated now.
Can you show us, please?
If I could find it. But
Thank you.
anyways,
It's such a good video.
no. So like, I forgot that my curtains were open. So while I was doing this, I'm just like doing the JoJo poses.
Oh
And
my
there's this
God.
one I cut out because it was too cringe. I tried doing the shirtless Dio one.
Were you actually shirtless?
Yes.
Oh my God.
And while I was doing that, because like obviously your back has to be turned for the shirtless Dio, I look in the front yard. One of my neighbors is walking his dog. He just looks up. He looks horrified. And then like an anime schoolgirl, I'm like, yeah, itchy. And then I close the window.
Please tell me you actually did that.
In my head, I did.
Okay.
But yeah.
I don't know. Like, you know your Yu-Gi-Oh story? So, I had a lot of Beyblade stories like that.
Beyblade?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Like,
I have one as well for Beyblade. I'll say it
so,
after.
my sister and I was always like the main character lover, and she would be like the rival character lover. Like or not lover, but like the ones we like.
Fans, yeah.
Fans. That's the word I'm looking for. Thank you.
You could love them too.
That's my secret. Anyways, so we got their Beyblade and we started playing, and then my Beyblade like fell off and I lost, so I fell on the ground screaming, "No, my true power!" And then I got it and I threw it like face first onto. Yeah. So.
That's it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I cut off my dad's big
Toe?
toe's nail
Oh, good.
with my Beyblade.
Oh,
Wait, how, what?
Beyblade
So
injuries
this is
are
what happened.
cringe.
Okay.
Okay, explain,
so
please.
this is what happened. All right. So I was doing you know how Kai
Let it rip.
let it rip. Like he would do like a T-pose by the end. What?
Okay.
Right? So I did that, but the Beyblade went flying and it landed on, and my dad was like in the gallery where I was doing it, and it landed on my dad's toe and it like cut his toe.
Oh, damn.
Nail.
And yeah, toenail, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, because when we were
Alright.
saying nail, I'm like, how fucking deadly were those things?
Okay? And my dad like, gave me a look like, what the hell? And I just walked away. I didn't even say anything. I just walked away. No, my dad doesn't do that. My dad's like half white.
And you are.
Like literally or like mentally?
I'm literally white.
Yeah, but is he like half white, half brown, like left?
No, he's not a cow.
Oh,
Chicken eggs.
It's
not a
called-
cow.
It's called vitiligo.
Cow and
but
chicken.
sure.
Oh!
Oh, is that a motherfucking cartoon reference? And an anime podcast?
Yes. What is anime? The Japanese cartoons. Wow, that's spiked
I
the
don't know
audio.
if that counts, but you know when I always just like randomly. I'm talking.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, when I always just like randomly like pose in public.
Yeah.
Does that count?
That's
No.
good. Yeah, I mean,
Not to you, but to the rest of us, yes.
yeah.
Yeah, of course.
I mean, if that's
I
the
was
case,
doing that with
just
my
Yamete.
friends also in
Yeah,
Global Village.
Yamate.
I think that's probably worse. Because at least we know
Okay,
what you're trying to do.
See, okay. I think this is pretty cringy. Oh my god.
Okay.
Okay, so when you first enter Global Village, there's like that anime shop Animazing or something.
Oh,
like that.
yeah, okay.
Yeah. So then I saw that and I was just like, oh my god, my inner weeb is coming. I really need to go there. Oh my god, all the anime.
But you
Yeah.
actually say that?
Yeah.
See, I think that way internally. I don't say it.
No, I actually said it. Like in public, I was like, oh
think
my
I'll do
god.
that.
And everyone was just like staring at me like, what the heck?
I mean, I do that all the time. Just me going like, Yamete.
That's when we beat you, though.
No, I say
or
Italia when you beat
or
me.
when I do the thing to you.
No, I say
Just go Yamete.
I don't think we're allowed to talk about those things.
Yeah.
I would never say Yamete to those kind of things.
What would you say to those things?
Motto, okay, desu ne. Google that.
Jamio.
Yeah.
So is that all the cringe we have?
I guess.
No,
I
I'm
do.
a ball of cringe. If you want more, I can. But
No,
like,
I mean,
for
we can
time's
move- yeah,
sake,
for time's sake.
There have been moments where I just sat down
Looked
in a
at
room
me and
for like
cried.
20 minutes trying to like form a ball of energy in my hand. Like, you know how Dragon Ball has
Oh,
stuff?
okay.
Wait.
And I felt so sad because I've had nothing.
Yeah, I mean, I remember doing something
I
like that too.
religiously followed that Vidal training video that Gohan was doing. I tried for years.
So
I watched the dance tutorial for the torture dance.
That's
I learned
normal.
it.
You learned the torture
I didn't
dance?
do
Yeah.
this, but my cousin did. So my cousin was really into Dragon Ball, right? So he binged the entire thing, okay? And I went to meet him like after his binge, and he's like, "Oh, dude." So I realized I can actually turn into Super Saiyan. I can turn Super Saiyan. I'm like, I was very intrigued.
Was he
I'm like,
bald?
no.
Damn it.
I was very intrigued because like, okay,
proof.
how?
Eyebrows.
How? Show me. So we were standing in his lounge, and he does this pose. You know the one which Vegeta does when he's like powering up.
Yeah.
It's like almost like a sumo pose,
Yeah.
like that, and he just starts screaming at the top of his lungs. It goes all red, and then he's like, it just stops. It's like, okay, so that's Super Saiyan 1. And then he does it again,
No.
louder and for a little longer. It's like, And now he's just on the he's almost gonna fall. I'm like, okay, dude, stop. He's like, no, that's Super Saiyan 2. And then that's what he said. He's like, and now I'm gonna go beyond. And that's when I was like, no, please, for fuck's sake, stop. Like, somebody else is gonna like come in and be like, what the hell is happening? Or,
It's sad because it happened to me. I was the one screaming and my mom walked in. She's like, what? I'm like,
No, by the way,
Super Saiyan.
no, but that happened last week with you. That's just your mom's accepted that you were a little weird.
Shush.
no, but here's the thing. Your friend's Vegeta in the Frieza arc.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that the true Super Saiyan?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, you have no idea. This was after we watched Bridge and everything in Japan. This was after Japan.
Yeah. Literally, you would have freeze in that moment. It's like blah blah blah, Super Saiyan, blah blah, legendary, blah blah, death. Why are you doing that?
I don't know. It just
Please,
comes
for the love
out.
of God, just stop.
Sounds like a shitty machine gun.
audio.
Yeah.
Sometimes it does, but like, it's just annoying.
It just sounds like a shitty ass machine gun. Like,
No, it just sounds like you're trying to be like that Looney Tunes character. but
No,
shitty.
he's just SpongeBob.
No, what's his name? Like Elmore Fudd, like the one with the shotgun. It's like, oh, it's Wabbit season.
Oh.
No, that's
No, that's Woody.
Oh yeah,
No.
it kind of sounds like that.
No, Woody Woodpecker is like this.
Welcome to Animals Love. Or, I mean, sorry, Looney Tunes podcast.
I love Ben 10.
I like
Speaking of
Samurai
Ben
Jack.
10,
Are we
I
actually
watched
going
Ben
into
10.
this? Are we actually going to enter about talking about which cartoons we like? Well, Samurai Jack's really good, like...
I've had Ben
Hey,
10.
Samurai
That
Jack
is
is almost anime,
technically-
alright?
Yeah,
See,
almost.
I've had Ben 10 cringe. Like, I've actually had to watch and run around.
Same. I've had to watch and cry when I
I've
couldn't
had
transform.
Powerpuff Girls cringe then.
Same.
Wait, what?
I thought that was Bunny for a while.
Money?
The purple fucked up one.
Oh my god.
I thought I was Bubbles for a long time.
For a long time. How
I
long?
still think I'm
Very long.
Bubbles.
Next topic. Things that anime and manga has helped us get into that we'd never considered before.
Big muscly
Yes.
men. I really like them now.
Oh, yeah, me too. I love JoJo.
But they're not big muscly men. They're big
They used
lack
to be.
of muscle.
I
I
love the
swear.
old JoJo.
Oh my god, the pillar men. Like, I love them. I love it so much.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I watch that scene regularly. Like,
Regularly.
Yeah.
I
Religiously.
worship it.
She watches it
I
religiously.
cannot start my day
Every
without
morning
it.
and night.
Yes.
Yes.
She has like the pillarman and like behind
She
the
has-
closet. Just
she
like
has
a little
3
monument.
pillars.
It's the actual pillars with Pillarman on
I
it.
don't know why. I love the part where, I forgot his name.
Wow.
Wamo?
Cars.
No, I
Okay,
think
Wamo,
Wamu.
yeah.
He just goes like Wamu, and he's like, "Awaken my masters." And,
Ramu.
that's what he says.
This is her ritual. She does the torture dance in front of her monument of pillarmen every morning.
Yeah, and then they just jump out like,
She just went along with it. Yeah, they just jump out.
Perfect.
They start doing the torture dance too.
Oh,
"Oh,
God.
percussion on a whole
I
another
knew.
level coming from my mind."
Yes.
No.
I got influenced by anime way too easily.
Alright, how so?
Like, literally, if you give me an anime right now about something, I'm gonna want to do it so badly.
Oh.
I watched Grand Blue, now I want to snorkel.
He
/dive,
watched Code Geass. He wanted
what
to
have
I
you
turned
done?
gay.
government.
Yeah.
What have you done? Like, you want to do things at school, but like, what have you done so far?
Basketball. I've tried to be like, okay, I watched Kuroko no Basket. I tried to be like everyone except Kuroko, but I ended up as Kuroko, which is sad. But like, yes, I actually got really into basketball because of them. And like other stuff that I cannot mention because that's the first topic.
Oh, I feel like this was the kind of like goes into the first topic.
That's literally what I just
okay.
said, but you ignored me.
I know,
Literally. Okay.
but
You know that you ignored me?
No, what I mean is like I know you were saying that, but I was like, no.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, so Yuri on Ice, like ice skating,
Yeah.
Oh,
figure
yes.
skating. shit. So yeah, I kind of got into figure skating. Like I like watching figure skating now. But then me and my friend, I think Yuri on Ice was my first anime actually.
Wow.
I think so, yeah. I think I
Yeah.
remember telling you
So
that.
then, me and my friend, we were like, you know what? We should really just go to the ice rink and like just play one of their songs.
And do a quadruple axel.
Try to.
Yeah.
You know what?
Okay. One thing it's indirect, I guess. It's more of the Gunpla building,
Oh yeah.
which I think watching a bit of Gundam kind of like
Yeah, I think,
wanted me to
the-
start building these things. And not just for this, like I have like Star Wars figures and stuff as well, which are also like building. I don't know what it called. Is it called Gunpla?
Yeah, I think so.
The Gundam one, yeah, I don't know
The other ones. What do you call those? Because it's still like
Something
building-
blah.
Yeah. Star Wars blah.
Yeah,
And
sure.
because of you, Chicken Eggs, I got into figure collecting. For the longest time, I'm like, nah, that just seems like a waste of money. Why? If someone gave it to me, though, I'd appreciate it. Then he gave me a Gohan one
Yes.
for one of my birthdays, and I'm like, he looks lonely. He needs friends.
I literally like.
Literally.
I went to Japan. I bought a suitcase of just figurines.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I've had like Part 5 JoJo before like even came out, like Dragon Ball. I got the like just like the Gunpla, I got the One Piece ship,
Yes.
which I need the
Yeah.
figures for. By the
I
way.
think I like stuff that I can like show off more, like a T-shirt or a keychain or stuff like that.
I mean, you could sort of show off a figure. I mean, that has to be.
I can't like carry it around like look at my figurine.
Like when you come to
That'd be
my,
cringy though. Look, it's Fury.
like, you've seen my room, like it's just there on the shelf.
I know.
It
I
looks
mean, I would
nice.
appreciate when like just go to my room, but I want other people like look at my T-shirt. And
Take
so
a picture.
Cool.
Yeah,
And
take a
my
picture.
My
Keychain
print-
is.
No,
I
take a
was
picture.
like, look at my keychain. It's so cool. I was going to point at my bag, and I realized I don't have my bag.
Yeah.
I know. What were you saying?
What? No,
What-
nothing. Anyways,
What were you saying?
no,
I was
don't
gonna
worry
say,
about
take a picture of your figure, put it on your shirt.
Yeah.
Then everyone can see it.
Are you actually contemplating that idea?
No.
Okay.
She doesn't even have a figure.
Exactly. I have a David Tennant.
Yes.
Ooh, Doctor Who.
Yes, but
Yes.
that's not anime.
Yes.
I was
What's-
actually confused. I'm like, what
So,
Okay, so One Piece really got me interested into pirates.
Oh yeah, same,
Actual
for
like
sure,
pirates.
yeah.
I started researching about like Blackbeard and Neptune and
Oh, yeah.
all of these other guys, and but One Piece got me interested into pirates like maybe after like 200 episodes or something, but after one episode of Ippo,
how do you know?
Stop.
I got into
Stop.
I had this sudden urge to learn how to box
Don't.
and stuff, and I
I can tell you. Don't.
I learned like I looked up like coaches. I had like one class, like a demo class with like a coach. It was really fun, but then stuff happened. I moved and stuff, and then I still haven't contacted the guy again to compete.
Yeah, 'cause
Or that
people-
I accept his offer of very cheap classes.
Yes. So
Ooh,
One Piece made you guys into pirates. It made me go get a sailing license.
Oh really? You have a
What
sailing
license?
license?
Yeah, I do.
A what
A
license?
sailing license,
Oh.
like a boat license.
Damn.
Yeah.
Why anime did that for you?
One Piece.
One Piece.
Oh, okay, just okay.
Yeah. No, like literally within the first few episodes, I'm like, wow, boats could be fun. I go get a license. I'm like, yeah, no, it
He
isn't.
didn't even have a boat in the first few episodes. It was him in a barrel, and then
It was so fun.
That was the funnest barrel in the world.
I should have gotten a barrel license. God damn.
You really need a barrel license.
Yes, illegal water.
PewDiePie would hate you.
What? Oh,
Oh,
okay.
it's very very old school.
Yes.
I
Wait,
love PewDiePie.
I don't get it.
I didn't know we were back at the first
PewDiePie
topic. bro.
shits on barrels and like, cause that was like his
It's a
thing.
very very old game.
Part of
Like
his persona.
when he came out. It was
He's like, I hate barrels.
So he was playing
Just-
Amnesia. No, he was
Oh,
playing
yeah,
Amnesia.
literally.
He
Oh,
got
okay.
scared from a barrel or something like that, and he was like, "Oh, barrels are my enemies now."
Oh, okay, that makes sense. I thought he just did not like barrels. He's like, man, fuck barrels. I'm
Oh,
like,
yes.
excuse me.
I mean, that's kind of what he did in his videos.
One Piece got me into friendship.
Bullshit.
That was already into friendship.
Yeah.
I wasn't.
Thank God he got into it.
Yeah.
See, anime's helped me get into a couple things outside, multiple fetishes, but that's a video.
Yeah.
Probably do a thumbs up. It's down his alley. It got me into like city pop, which is like kind of indirectly, which is like Japanese 70s, 80s funk kind of.
Oh, yeah.
But like I got into that because like one, Plastic Love was just recommended to me like constantly.
Same.
Yeah, was it for
Yeah.
you? Okay.
Yeah.
Because like I've heard that's how people got into
By
city pop.
Maria.
Yeah, Maria
Tekuchi or
Yes.
something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is a great song, but like it was constantly.
Because it was constantly recommended, I just never listened to it. I was like, no.
So I clicked on it like hoping it would just go away because I'm not sure if that's how it works.
Yes.
I'm a YouTuber, but I don't know how it works. So I'm like, oh, maybe if I just click on it one time, I listen. I'm like, oh, okay, this is pretty nice. I'm like, okay, I didn't really know what kind of music it was exactly. I'm like, oh, okay, it's like some cool Japanese song. But then there's like all these like future funk songs and all this like which are just like anime gifs. and they're all like 80s anime. So I clicked on one of them. I'm like, oh, maybe it's a soundtrack for like an 80s anime I liked. I'm like, okay, it's not the soundtrack. And I'm like, got really into it, and like for a whole summer, I think I made a playlist of like 500 city pop songs. I got really fucking into it.
Wow.
Yeah. It's good though.
Yes.
80s and 70s music is pretty good. So, Japan just did it too.
Oh, one thing, I guess this kind of counts. Food in anime, like, just really looks good for some reason.
Yeah.
I don't know why. And now, because I saw, like, all that food, I kind of want to just, like, recreate it. Like, we watched the first episode of Food Wars in one of our meetings, I think.
Was, like, the last one.
And you know the one where he does, like, the wrapping around a thingy dish? Yeah, I think
like
so.
the pork roast or something?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I kind of want to recreate that, but, like, halal.
Oh, what does that mean?
Google it, boys and girls.
Yeah, okay, listen. We'll Google things for you.
Speaking of which, actually, I got into a lot of seafood and things because of anime.
Oh, really?
I was not into sushi or anything before this.
Actually, yeah. I remember when we
same.
first met, you didn't like seafood.
It's not like I didn't like seafood. I just didn't have a reason to try it. But like after watching all these animes, I've tried like ramen, especially ramen, because the ones in anime look so great. And again, the reason I wanted to go to Japan again was because of all the stuff like this as well. Especially food. Food was essential.
No, before anime, I was a picky eater. I would literally only eat a specific
meat.
No,
Fish.
no, not even fish. That's
Dick.
the sad part. Other than that, so like I'd only eat like grilled chicken. Other than that, nothing. Literally nothing. Watch animes. Go like, okay, this is interesting. Go to Japan. Now, literally, I go to Japan. I go like, and I don't even know what that shit is. Turns out some weird octopus balls or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
It's fucking
These nuts.
fucking delicious.
I really
You know
want
what
to try
else is delicious?
What?
These nuts.
Got him.
I really want to try eel.
It is so good. Oh my
It
god.
was actually pretty damn good.
You know what
Oh.
else?
Have you tried eel?
Me.
Yeah, because of Salty Sully, I tried eel, and it is one of the best things I've ever had in my life.
Yes, I
It
remember.
is so
Can you
good.
describe the taste?
No.
You can't.
Really?
It just melts in your mouth.
Yeah,
Is it
eel
like-
is actually
Is it
really
like
good.
It's
sweet
kinda
or
sweet.
I had
It's-
eel.
there are
I had
some
eel
sweet-
twice.
Yeah, 'cause
In
it
Japan,
depends
I
on
had
like
eel
the sauce,
twice.
too.
I had
No, you can't
eel
source it.
with rice,
No,
and I had eel with like I think a burger or something, and it
Eel
was
with a burger?
both of them like it was like in the burger
No,
or something.
eel burger. We didn't have that.
Wait, what did we have?
No,
we
you
had
ate
one
eel
with
twice, but they were all like one was on a sushi and one was like just like that in a bento or something.
Okay, fine, yeah, but both times it was like so amazing.
Yeah.
You get like eel sashimi.
Yeah.
No, here's the thing. I was sitting down. I ordered eel. Everyone's looking at me like, "What the fuck? Sully, that's disgusting." And I go like,
You know what
"Taste."
is disgusing? Horse meat.
He ate it.
That is
I've heard it's good.
disgusting.
I've
You had
actually
it?
had
No,
horse-
but that's disgusting.
Not
It
really.
I actually want to try it. But I don't
Isn't
know.
Oh,
it-
you didn't try it?
No, I don't know.
So essentially, it's like sashimi, but it's the same way, but it's horse meat. It's raw as well, and
Let's go to China, have some dogs.
The way it tastes is like imagine sashimi. You know how soft it is? It's just a little harder than that, but the taste is essentially the same. It is very very good actually.
I
I
wanted
don't know.
to
It
try
kind of
it.
sounds disgusting.
You know what's amazing? Crab. Holy shit! All those animes like, oh, crab is a delicacy. I'm like, okay, yeah, sure. I ate one. I'm like,
I kind of envy how in anime and stuff they just like eat crab like very easily. Whenever I crab, it takes me.
Yeah, I know.
It's so like tedious.
I've never
But I
had
love
crab,
it.
and I don't think I ever will.
Why?
That's
It's
you
really
said
good.
the same
It's
thing for
so
sushi and everything we made you try in Japan, and you
Exactly.
loved all of it.
Exactly.
So I'm pretty sure you're gonna enjoy that too.
Reverse psychology.
I've never had lobster. I really
used
want
in a
lobster.
raw
Lobster's pretty good.
Speaking of which, have you guys ever been to a place where the ramen bowl looks like exactly the ones in the anime?
yes,
I've seen
I
places.
want
Those
to.
are the best, essentially.
dude. That 10k yen ramen place we went to.
Oh yeah, guys, we paid 10K for
10k
food
yen
per
for-
person.
Yes, per bowl. It was Wagyu beef. It was like premium grade one.
Yeah. It's like the best.
I think I might have just a bit.
Yeah. Okay, can you guys imagine like beef melting in your mouth?
Yeah.
See?
Like I put it in my mouth, it's gone. I'm like, what? But
It
huh?
is. It's
What?
It's crazy. I don't know how to explain it.
Food. I love food.
Food's the best.
Yeah, actually, not me. But you know, like, what food in anime just always looks good? I mean,
Cake.
Yeah, cake, but no eggs too.
Yes.
They make it like so fucking fluffy.
I've had that. It is actually that.
No, I
good.
know Japanese eggs.
No,
are
yeah,
really
exactly.
Good.
I've heard Japanese eggs are really good.
I think the food's just more enticing because of the way they eat. It's because of the chopsticks and the way they just
No, dude.
chew on it
Dude,
at the speed.
Almond rice is the best eggs you can ever have. So it's basically they got an omelet, put rice in it, fold it,
Huh.
and then like put ketchup in it or something, and like you break it open.
I've seen that.
Yeah.
Mm.
I've always wanted to try it. Like I got desperate one time. I'm like, maybe I'll make it. But
I
I'm like,
tried and I cried the whole time because I couldn't make the same.
Oh.
See,
I would imagine.
As a kid, like just for example, Dragon Ball, you know how it just eats like rice like crazy?
Oh, yeah.
Just looking at him eat in that fashion, I was like, I want to eat rice.
Yes.
Yeah, no, they
It's
make
just
rice look so fucking tasty.
Yeah,
It's
it
like
is.
bland-ass rice.
I
But
don't
then
know
I
why.
feel like, that kind of rice, like the Japanese rice is like just, it's really good. Like the sticky rice, I don't know why I really like it.
Yeah, I mean, maybe that's going back to the cringy thing. I remember I tried eating it as fast as Goku one time at like PF Chang's. I'm like, oh.
By the way, there's like I can't show, but there's a trick to it. I will tell you
Oh,
later, but I need to
okay.
physically show you. And
Oh,
this is a
okay.
podcast, so don't worry
Do
about
they
it.
eat the rice with chopsticks and
Yeah.
that, or?
They shove it into their mouth, basically.
Thing
That's
is,
what it is.
Japanese rice are more stickier than the ones you have.
Yeah,
No, they
exactly.
don't pick it up, by the way.
They just like
No,
shove it in,
literally, they
yeah?
just shove it
Yeah,
in.
but they're also the rice that they are. It's very sticky.
What?
They just shove it in. They slurp the rice.
They can because it's sticky. There's a reason why they all collect up like the
Yeah.
way they do. So it makes sense that they can have it chopsticks.
But do you know what is the best thing that, like food-wise, anime introduced me to?
These nuts.
God, no, melon soda.
Oh.
Melon soda. Oh my god.
I took some of these faggots to Japan. I ordered melon soda. They're like, "Oh God, melon soda."
Okay, no, I've had melon soda before in Pakistan.
No,
it's
you-
amazing.
no, I
but the
remember you
one
were
in
shat-
Japan I had was better, and I didn't shit on it.
No,
I said,
you-
"Oh damn, that's interesting."
No, all of you were shitting
No,
on it.
no, I wasn't shitting
Yeah.
on it.
Yeah, I'm
No.
kind of surprised you were shitting
No,
on it.
me and Dipesh were not shitting
No,
on
no,
it.
you-
Jay,
I love melon
Jay and
soda.
Savanch.
Before you drank it.
Jay,
No?
Yeah.
Jay
no,
and Sov
down.
said that that dude, that just sounds disgusting. But
Okay.
me and Dipesh were very much into it.
Essentially, for me, it's very hard for me to try sweet things. Anything sweet, I'll be like, okay, kind of, iffy. But then you made me try it. You're like, just try it, see how it is.
No, like you didn't directly shit on it like. The
I
other
just said
two.
I do not prefer
No,
it.
you,
because
you're
don't
like,
know.
I don't want to. It sounds not
Exactly.
good. Yeah.
It's
I kind of want melon bread now.
Oh, that's also really good. I'm still salty we didn't go to that melon bread specialized shop thing.
The melon breads that we had, this guy, Hexbeard, he essentially went down and stole all of them.
No joke. Literally every day.
Okay, I paid for them.
Not like that, but like every day we had like this deal, like started when we went. We're like, everyone gets one melon bread, to be fair, because there's a limited supply in the family mart we were in. Every day in the morning while we're going, there's no melon bread. We're like, wow, that's weird. And then the shopkeeper goes like, yeah, your friend Hexby just took all of them. He took like 5 or 6. And we're like, what?
So every day we just came back.
Okay. Let me just say
Yeah.
it wasn't 5 or 6. So
It was 10.
I was like 10 or 12. I paid like what 100 yen or something.
No, 100 yen per each. So like you paid like almost 1K every day.
1K almost every day. Sorry, my bad.
Yeah.
1K almost every day. Melon bread. And those guys, I mean, every time, like this one time, I think it was during the end of our trip, I went downstairs to get melon bread and they didn't have it. And the guy at the counter, the old dude, remember the nice
Yeah.
one? Yeah. He was like, oh, we sorry.
He actually learned English for us.
Yes,
Yeah.
he actually, that guy was really nice, man. He actually learned English.
Oh, that's literally you though at Yakitaki.
At Yakitaki? What did I do
And
at Yakitaki?
when you finished all the melon bread that they had.
I had 2
Not
melon
you, but
breads.
okay,
I mean,
like
that's all
everyone.
they had in stock.
Okay.
I mean, that's not the same.
We didn't get 2. We had like
Okay,
6
guys,
or something.
there were 10 people there and we all ordered melon bread. I had 2.
Not all of us. I didn't get any melon bread.
I
Didn't,
asked if you wanted some.
didn't
and you
chicken
said
eggs
no.
give you some?
Yes,
Did
thank
we?
you.
Then what the
I even
Wait,
said
what
if
the
you guys
fuck?
want-
Then shut the fuck up. You had melon bread.
No, what I mean is like we finished all of
I
the
didn't get a
melon
whole
bread.
one to myself.
Exactly.
Sharing is caring and I care, okay?
Yes, I appreciate it.
Speaking of
I show
sharing
my
and
dick.
melon bread, I remember once while we were in Japan, I had like there were 2 melon breads left. So I wanted one, but our friend wanted another one. So I was like, fine, I won't take it. And I put it back and I went and I told him, oh look, there's an extra one. He walks in, he's like, where is it? And I see Hexbeard walking with 2. No, okay.
Yeah. That feels bad. Me and Sully were arguing for like who should get the melon bread because we're both nice to each other at least.
Yeah.
we come back and they're gone, and we just see like Hexbird walking up and buying both of them, and he's like, "Yeah, it's your loss," and just leaves.
Oh, I just remembered another
Yes.
another like food related thing that anime got me into was green tea.
It is so
like
good.
Green tea, yeah.
No,
Green tea
like
is so
watching
good.
them like drinking, I was like, wow, that looks really nice, and I wanted to try it, and now I'm in love.
It's so good.
I love
love green tea. The one that I always see in anime that I've never had is like the barley tea, like that brown tea they always pour out in like offices or whatever. How does that taste? Like, I've seen it in the supermarkets here, but it's like priced.
Insane.
No, it's like a price really high too. I'm like, it's like imported from Japan. I'm like, but like looking at the price, I'm like, oh, okay, you know what?
Yeah.
For like a tiny little package, I'm like, I don't think it's worth that much.
Is green tea different from matcha?
I don't
It
know.
is.
Matcha is like
Talk
a
louder
form
so
of
our
green
viewers
tea.
know what you said.
Is green tea different from matcha?
No.
Next
It is-
time on.
I don't know.
From my understanding of green tea, there's like matcha green tea and sencha
I
green
generally
tea.
don't know.
But
I like both.
I know it's like a green tea powder.
I like both.
Look, you know those anime cups where they put the green tea? I got
Yes.
served that almost everywhere, and I love it. That's all I know.
Wow.
Yes.
Anime got me into racism.
What?
What?
Speaking of green tea, matcha and green tea are derived from the same plant, but the only difference is green tea comes in a tea bag, while matcha is powder.
Oh, okay. So you.
So it's
kinda
basically
right.
the same thing then.
Chicken eggs knowledge, a new segment.
All right, so guys.
Next knowledge.
All right, so viewers, I am going to have to leave. Wow.
Please.
Anyways,
bye-bye.
Bye.
last one, which I have like a lot to say about, but it's okay. You guys can go first. The most disappointed you've been with an anime or manga?
Code Geass. Yeah, I hate it.
Why?
I'm sorry.
Like what though?
Cause it was
You hate the mecha, you hate the characters.
no,
you
okay.
hate
See. It wasn't. The first anime that I watched was Yuri on Ice. Then I watched Death Note. Then I watched Attack on Titan, I think. And Code Geass was gonna be my next anime because everyone that I talked to, this was before I met
Yeah.
Falcon, so I would have gotten better recommendations. But
Yeah.
whoever the shitty people, I was hanging out with. Yeah, so they were like, yeah, Code Geass is the best thing ever. Oh my god, watch it, it's amazing. I was like, okay, wow. I'm so gonna watch it, like, wow, love it. And then I watched it, I was like, I hate this shit, it's so bad.
I hear what you say, but you still haven't given us a reason.
Okay.
Was it like season 2 that pissed you off? Or?
No, season 1. I haven't watched season 2 because I was just so mad and just
About
like,
what?
Okay,
I gotta defend my homeboy Code Geass.
right.
You really like it? Because I had problems with it too. I'll get into it after her though.
No, don't worry.
Okay.
It felt like nothing was making sense, and the whole time I was just like, okay, I get that Lelouch.
Yeah, Lelouch.
Yeah,
Lelouch.
Lelouch Vampirouche of the Third or something like that?
Lelouch,
No.
like, he wanted to, like, get his, like, revenge and shit. Like, I get all that, but it felt like everything that they were doing just didn't make sense and it was leading nowhere. And the one guy that I actually did like was that, I don't even remember his name. He was the silver-haired guy who just, like, came
The
randomly.
researcher?
Who, like, liked the long green-haired girl.
Oh, Mao or something like that?
Yeah, I kind of liked him.
I actually did not like him.
I liked
couldn't
him
wait for him to leave.
Because he was like weird and cool. I don't know. I kind of liked him.
I see.
And also he had silver hair. I love anyone with silver hair.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. So, and then I didn't see the point of his thing because he was just there and then he goes and I'm like, okay, well, what was that for then? It was just like so many things just didn't make sense to me. And I was like, what is going on? Like, and in the end, there was like no point to anything. So I was like, what is this story even about? Like,
You watched the whole show?
Not
Yeah.
season 2.
I mean, okay, like the
Yeah.
whole
season
season
one, yeah. And then the ending of season 1 where he's just like, okay, blah, I'm gone, blah.
Oh,
and I was like,
okay.
okay, wait, what?
Yeah.
What?
That was a setup for season 2.
Okay,
Yeah.
at that point I didn't know.
Yeah.
And then I was like, okay, then what is season 2? And I got so mad. And then I found out.
How do you guys
season
find the pacing of Code Geass? Because sometimes I found it like to be a bit too fast.
No,
In the
point.
beginning, it was.
Yeah,
In the
I
beginning,
thought it was
I've
fast
watched
as well.
essentially I've watched the first half of Code Geass, and sometimes there's like it just like big skips. I don't know what's going on.
Okay, no, wait, I want to kind of know, like, do you agree with me or not? Or are you just like, yeah, no, Code Geass was the best thing ever?
I mean, the thing is, I've watched so many complicated mecha anime, so this is very tame.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
I was able to follow through it like easily. I can't see where you struggle to understand or what. Like, it's not an insult. Like, I genuinely don't know. I
don't
can't
remember
relate.
very well, but I just remember feeling like so confused and just also maybe because it was one of my first animes. Maybe that's
I mean, there
why
are
I
some
was-
weird fillers, like that part where they're trying to catch the cat who had Zero's mask.
Exactly.
Like,
Yeah.
Was that the one with the Pizza Hut or something like that?
I don't
like
know.
they were just.
They made a whole event to find Lelouch, I think, but he was like chasing a cat with his Zero hat or mask.
Okay, yeah, I remember.
No, there
that.
are some really out of place episodes.
Yeah.
But I feel like season 1 at least was trying to be like a monster of the week kind of thing, or like an episode of the week, and also have an overarching like it. Season 1 had
Right.
some problems. I'm not gonna say it didn't. I'm just saying that overall the anime is pretty good. Like season
Is
1 to
that-
2.
See, I watched both seasons. Season 1 I actually did enjoy quite a lot. It was weird because I didn't feel like it could find balance between, I'm the takeover. Was it Area 11 or something like that?
Yeah,
Japan,
was
basically.
fun.
I'm going to take over Japan, and then like balancing out the high school life.
Yeah,
And
that's,
then like the beginning was a little too fast. I'm not sure if it was season 1, but there's like this part of the series. I'm pretty sure it's season 1 where like Lelouch becomes a drug addict for that refrain thing, that drug they had going on in that show.
I genuinely
But they
don't-
like blitz over that.
Yeah,
You just see him in one episode. He's injecting himself with the needle. That's it. Like that could have been a whole arc right there. But like, no, just moving
I think it
on.
was just extra disappointing because people were hyping it up so much more. They were saying like it's the best anime
Yeah,
they've ever
A
watched.
lot
No,
of people
So then
okay.
I was like, oh.
treat that
it's
series
amazing.
like
Like it's good, but it's not 9 out of 10. I would give it like 7 or 8.
I'll give the first season that, though the first season had like one of the dumbest moments.
1?
What, like, no, like this scene, like, I'm like, oof.
Which one?
It was that one scene where he's like talking to his cousin or whatever. He's like, yeah, I could tell you to go kill everyone. And you do it. And then she but his Gias was activated. So the girl, and she was going to solve all the problems of the series peacefully. She's like, oh, I gotta go kill everyone. So she gets a machine gun, starts killing everyone. I'm like, that is the most retarded, contrived piece of shit moment.
No.
She did it through the phone?
No. You know how he had the Gias thing? so
Okay,
he was
yeah.
like, I could tell you to, because he
No,
was trying to
that was
explain his
exactly
back.
In the
how it happened.
stadium, she just,
Oh,
like,
okay.
Right at
shot
the beginning,
Yeah.
yeah.
You remember it better.
Yeah, no,
okay.
the Euphemia, that's her name. I
Yeah,
think.
okay.
Yeah, so basically what happened was, you know how he like turns on his Gias,
Yeah.
turns it off? At that moment, he lost control because he's been using it too much. So I think she asked him like, what was your plan or whatever. He was like, I was going to go kill everyone. And then like he laughed it off, and then she's like, "Yeah, okay, sure." And he's like, "Wait, what?" And she went. She killed everyone.
oof, that moment really pissed me off.
But it set up the ending perfectly.
I guess, but like there could have been a more natural way. Like I don't know, writing could have been better.
I can see like your view, but I think because of the final ending episode, whatever of season 2, this was like the perfect reason for him to do that.
Yeah, I guess because I did make it through season 2. Season 2, like it started off kind of weird, but like
I don't like how it started off.
yeah, like it was a bit weird and jumbly in areas. And then my problem with season 2 is it becomes more of a action mecha thing. Where it's like, because the first season was like, oh, I'm gonna one up you.
Yeah.
Season 2 is like, look at my robot. It's got laser beams. Fuck your robot. And I'm just kind of like, well, that's cool. I don't mind that. But then when you go from mind games to like, my robot's cooler than yours. And then there's like this part in the middle where they try explaining more about the whole Gios thing.
Yeah.
I found that really boring. But I did like the ending. The ending I thought was really good. But they're making a season 3. So that kind of takes it away from me
Hey,
a
it
bit.
depends. It's not season 3, by the way. It's a movie.
Are they actually doing a full-blown season 3 though?
Nope. It's
okay,
the
so-
movie is adapted based on the first 2 movies. That was a recap for.
Oh,
so it's
okay.
not actually season
Is
3.
there a manga?
Yes, and one. So there's a manga. You know the other character, the rival Suzaku.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a manga based on him as main character, and the ending was like pretty fucked up. Like he becomes basically God or some shit. Like it's so.
Suzaku?
Yeah,
Or-
he becomes like God or some shit. It's so
Oh.
weird.
Oh,
I
man.
don't remember. I remember there are just 2 volumes or something. Very short.
So
Like,
it's 2 volumes that happens. Jeez.
yeah, no, like he starts off like, I'm gonna save Area 11, and he's like, hello Lelouch, I am God. Like, no, last
Yeah.
page, open the last page. I'm not joking. It's like him posing like, hello Lelouch, I'm God or some shit.
If that's his exact line,
I wish I know.
I wish I am God.
It's basically that. But yes, animes you've been disappointed in.
This one's actually quite recent.
Bleach?
No, Megalobox, which
Oh.
for a lot of people that watch my content, that might be like a slap in the face to them. 'Cause I'm pretty sure they thought I liked it because, you know, it's a modern remake of a classic manly series I really like called Shino no Joe, which is like one of the greatest animes ever. And like I did like the first 3 episodes. I'm like, okay, it's really, and like production value wise, the series was amazing. It had amazing character designs, animation was incredible, the music was incredible, the fucking opening was like my favorite opening of last year. But beside production values, the rest of it was kind of like, did this need to happen? And I'm glad it did well. It did pretty well for itself. A lot of people liked it. It got people to acknowledge so much of it. I'm just like, why did this happen? Why did it have to be? Because like the first 3 episodes, the main character, he had this drive to be on the top, the best, this, that, the other. And then that just kind of dies down. Like the whole thing, just like the original series, is supposed to be about this guy and his rival. And that's how the series is supposed to be. Throughout this 12-episode series, you really don't see the rival. You only see him like in the 2nd episode. He pops in a couple times in the middle, and then at the end. That's it. So you don't feel this rivalry. Then there's like this tournament. And, you know, tournaments are cool and everything. But all these boxing matches happen within an episode. So it's really hard to feel invested in a lot of these fights when like all these like it just kind of speed rush through them, especially when the studio
It's the montage.
I guess, but like there's no cool music. I mean, okay, there was cool music, but not in that sense. But like even the studio was trying to hype everyone up for it because they released trailers for these characters. Like, oh yeah, next up Joe's gonna fight this guy, and then it's like a weak ass fight. And like, oh, okay, why did you hype me up like it was gonna be the best? Because in the original Shino no Joe, every fight was impactful for the main character. No matter the fight, doesn't matter if you won or lose. I'm fucking up my words, but it doesn't matter if win or lose. Like he always changed something either about him or his opponent changed. Like they were never the same again. Like so he constantly grew till like the last battle, which is like the most fucking cried. It's fucking beautiful. It's a masterpiece. I don't care if you hate old animation. Go watch Shino no Joe or you're weak.
Yes.
You're fucking weak.
I
Weak!
Wow.
Oh my god, that's pure red.
He destroyed the audio.
It's pure red.
He destroyed the
Oh,
audio.
I really clipped the audio.
Yes.
He said weak, by the way.
Yeah, I said
So,
weak.
Chicken egg. Out of your 5 animes.
See,
Sorry.
here's the reason. I've not watched many animes. The ones I watched, I actually really like.
Okay,
so
which
it's only
arc of One Piece is disappointing?
the mermaid arc. No, but that's besides the
what?
point.
Fishman
I think the last time I was disappointed, like properly, was because of Death Note, which is essentially the first anime I watched.
Oh, okay.
Because I do not watch like you guys. Like, oh my god, you guys watched crazy.
I'm not like
So I essentially just choose to watch good animes.
Oh wow, look at you over here. I only watch good animes.
Look at me, a fucking elitist. I cherry pick my animes.
Get on my level, guys.
Only
Anyway.
if it's top 100.
Death Note. Obviously, you guys know the ending was.
Yeah.
I mean, season 2 was. Oh wait, what season?
Death Note didn't have a season 2.
Oh yeah, there we go.
Exactly. So it was like essentially the last part of Death Note was garbage, and after that I just watched good stuff. I mean, again, One Piece has
I just like the way you phrase that. After the thought, I just watch good stuff.
I mean, there have been things like Dragon Ball Super. I mean, I don't watch crazy stuff. I watch One Piece, Dragon Ball. Come on, guys.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
they all have like garbage in it.
You know what is a complete pile of utter shit?
What?
Something that should be bleached from our memories?
You mean Bleach?
Fuck that. Shitty ass show. It can suck my left nut.
Oh damn.
That sounds
I
tasty.
could literally rant for an hour.
I've heard you have. And you know what? I'm not. I didn't. I guess I dropped off on Bleach before it got bad because I didn't even finish Soul Society.
Perfect. Amazing. You've done you've done yourself a favor.
I was going to get back into Bleach,
Don't.
but the only reason why I was going to is because there's 2 characters I really liked. One was Chad, because he was Mexican. So as a half Mexican, I'm like, oh, yo, representation,
He's a Chad.
baby. Yeah, and he's a Chad guy. And then like there's this one guy that I really liked his design that popped in later, Grimjaw or whatever.
Oh yeah, the blue haired.
And so I remember I asked a friend who was up to date at the time. I'm like, do those two get more spotlight? And they're like, nah. So it's just Ichigo. I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna get back into it. And I never did.
Yes.
I was very tempted to because the designs are really cool for the most part.
I'm sad that I finished the anime. I gave up on the manga. Like I couldn't.
Okay.
Like the anime, I finished it. I was like, you know what? Let's see the manga. Maybe it gets better. I get into the manga. I cried out of tears. Like, why the fuck am I torturing
bored?
myself?
Oh,
That's quite surprising because you tend to finish whatever you start.
But yes, I have a record of almost never dropping anything.
Hey, you watched all of Sword Art Online and all that, right?
I've watched 7 seasons of Game of Thrones, and I hate Game of Thrones.
Speaking of which, Sword Art Online is something
You watched all 7?
Yes.
I thought you only watched 1.
I hate the shit.
Sword Art Online
Yes.
is something that I've heard is very, very bad. But because of you, Sully, I love it just because I watched the abridged. The entire thing we watched in abridged. And apparently it fixes the story.
The bridge is the better version.
I've seen videos on YouTube explaining, like going in depth of why the abridged is better.
That's not a joke. The abridged is actually a better Sword Art Online. And like even the latest season, Alicization, whatever the fuck it's called, Project Alice, whatever. It's actually good in some parts. You know what part? The one that removed 99% of the main cast. And anything with Kirito inside that game world, whatever, is pretty good. Sure there's some bullshit, but it's manageable. The minute you go out and you see like the rest of the cast, you're like, please stop. Yes, other anime disappointments, like other than fucking Bleach.
I think that was like your burning hatred one.
I'm so salty about Bleach. You don't understand. I've wasted my life.
I've never considered something a waste of my life before.
No, the Bleach, literally, why? Okay. The author called it Bleach because it's the bleaching of souls or some bullshit. Nah, fuck that. It's because you gotta bleach, you drink bleach after that shit. That's horrible. Because after, I'll give it, like, up to Soul Society, the ending of Soul Society, fucking amazing. Everything in Soul Society was so good. First episode, after it goes to shit, instantly. Like, you can see a quality drop. And I'm like, how did you manage to fuck up so hard?
That makes me so sad because I really wanted to watch Bleach.
Watch it with Soul Society.
Because I saw this one scene of like this fighting scene. I don't remember who the other guy was, but it looked so cool and it looked so amazing. And I was like, wow, I really
Let me tell you Bleach in a nutshell. After Soul Society. Shit, bad people came. Shit, Ichigo can't beat the bad people. Shit, Ichigo's gonna use a power that he doesn't like to use, but he's gonna use it anyways. He's still not mastered the power. He loses control, uses the power. He masters the power, he beats the bad guy. Now tell me that wasn't every fucking season.
That's awkward.
What? not you guys. I was talking to the audience.
Yeah, no,
Oh,
you were looking at her.
Yeah, exactly.
And then she had no idea what to say. Speaking of which, Mob Psycho. Very good anime.
Okay, I thought
I thought you were going to say it was disappointing. I'm like, no,
Yeah.
But you know what disappointed me?
What?
The live action.
Oh.
I watched that shit and
All
it
live
was
actions
so
are
bad.
I was going to give that one a watch because the main character, like who acted as Mob, was like 2017's Ultraman main character. I'm like, oh, maybe I'll just watch it just to support the guy. And then like I heard it was just shit. I'm like, oh, okay,
you know the ending of season 1 where they have this epic fight and things?
Yeah.
All the entire fight takes place in a school gym. It is the saddest CG I've ever
Not
seen.
like outside.
The school gym, they get thrown out, CGI fight. It's
Did you watch the Bleach live action?
I did watch the first 10 minutes and I closed it.
Okay, no,
I
here's
was
the
also
thing.
tempted again too because the main character for that one was a common writer one time.
No.
I like that season, so I'm like, maybe I'll watch that one.
Yes, let's not go back to Bleach because like...
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but like, another disappointment. As a light novel reader who loves Overlord,
Okay.
Season 3 was a big pile of dump the ending. Because there was like so much shit that was supposed to happen, and what we got was shitty CGI of Soldier A, and then A again, and then like just like a million of them. Shitty CGI of like, I think they're called Shoggoths or whatever, like the Lovecraftian monster. And okay, so they're described, I think, as like a like a wailing banshee, like this screech of like a dying goat. They fucking put like a baby goat audio, literally it goes like every time it spoke. Like I was like, what? it sounded so like the whole point of that was like such an epic battle that to show how literally overpowered he is. Like he got an army with him. He's like, yeah, I'm not gonna use that. I'm gonna use 5 baby goats things that I summoned, whatever, and I was gonna wreck everything. Then like they summon, I'm like, oh shit, and I hear, man, I'm like, what? But and then like you see like shitty CGI soldier A 1093 dying, and I'm like, but bless Madhouse, you were the reason, you were the hero.
They were.
Yes, then they ate shit. Yeah, so yes, I'm disappointed in Madhouse. That's the.
Oh, actually, 2 anime that disappointed me, but I'm not going to go super in depth because I think I've made a couple videos and the whole anime community roasted that anime anyways.
Okay.
Berserk 2016 and 17.
Ah, yes.
Yeah, I mean that one just kind of spoke for itself, but yeah, but I guess we could just, unless anyone else has any.
Oh yeah, I have to.
You have to. Okay, we'll
I'm
go.
gonna get shat on.
Oh, okay.
JoJo Part 3 and JoJo Part 5.
Anime wise?
Manga for Part 5, but
manga.
anime for Part 3.
5? Okay, actually, I get.
It's because of the progression, the way.
No, it's because how everyone sucks Giorno's dick. I really don't. I think there was a light novel where what's the guy who left? What's his name?
Fugo.
I think there's a light novel of his adventure, and he literally goes like, "Giorno's a god" or some like line like that. And I'm like,
Sure.
I remember you telling me about
yeah,
this,
no, like there's a line that goes like, "I get it, Giorno's a god" or something like that, and I'm like,
Oh,
I mean, he's not wrong. All JoJo's are gods.
Wait, but why don't you like Part 3?
but because it's a monster of the week style shit, I don't like
No
that.
character, like for example, Jotaro.
I
okay.
didn't like Part 3 either that much. I don't mind Monster of the Week.
No, I'll give you no.
Okay.
Monster of the week with different characters beating the monster, sure.
Yeah.
I'll give you one line or one meme. Emerald Splash, how the fuck did he block it? Done. This fucking useless ass side characters can't do shit.
I love Kakyo.
I just love Jotaro myself. I'm sorry, like I'm normal.
What?
I'm fine with Jotaro. There is an appeal to him. He is one of the coolest looking JoJos, like design wise. I feel at least the most appealing because he's practically
he's
the
the best.
mascot.
No, his like the character designs in JoJo are always like
Yeah.
except the latest ones, but like
Yeah.
they're very on point.
I mean, you had a problem with the development for the character, right? Like,
Yeah, the lack of.
Yeah.
Because like Jotaro's dry, and like I feel anytime Jotaro could have had a real moment, never happened. Like, for example, when Kakyoin died, Jotaro never saw that. He wasn't there for it. I don't even think he really acknowledged it until like the very end. Like, oh, I hope he's friends we lost.
He's busy, man. He got shit to do.
Yeah, but that was your guy, and like Kakyoin didn't really need to be there. He kind of just went, "Oh, I need to save this hot mom," so I'm going with this. He did it for the pussy and got nothing in
one
return.
thing that kind of pissed me off in the beginning because in Part 2, Joseph was like super. He was just like so cool, so nice, and he like cares about everyone.
Yeah, he was charismatic.
Yeah, and then Jotaro just kind of he's like, I hate my mom. She could just go die. Like
She's a bitch.
But
yeah.
Did they ever explain the transition from the essentially this is Jotaro to like, oh, he's this now in the jail cell? Like that little transition the mother talks about.
I don't think they did.
Because they bring up like, oh, he's a very good student, show him smiling and stuff. And then he's in jail.
Did he like he threw himself in jail because he was
Oh, yeah,
like,
'cause
I
of
have
the
this
stand.
stand.
No. But before that,
No, before he became a delinquent.
like they showed him as like a very nice guy. Then suddenly he's like, oh, this asshole who doesn't give a shit.
Hey, it's called useless backstory for the sake of backstory.
But there is no backstory.
Exactly.
I mean, like, not only that, personally, I think even the anime makes it feel more so, but like once Polnareff's introduced, I feel he's a better and more efficient main character than Jotaro.
he was
Because if you actually go on the
definitely,
JoJo wiki, he has more fights than Jotaro himself.
Yeah.
And he was the only one that
Oh, no.
survived.
Yes.
Jotaro was always the one who like came at the end to save the day. Kind
Yeah,
of thing.
But yeah, he's more of the
and
protagonist.
actually,
Polnareff got more development. He had a whole story,
He had his
motivation.
dick touched as a baby.
Yeah, that
actually, now that you mention it, like it's kind of the same in Part 5 also. I think like where they all fight and then like, oh no, Giorno just like saves everyone. Like,
No.
Kind of
Here's
like
the
that.
thing. Part 3 is everyone sucks and Jotaro saves the day. Part 5 is like Giorno doesn't do shit other than heal sometimes. Like, but everyone else does the fighting and then goes like, "Thank you, Giorno. I did it because you said that."
But
There's a plane scene. I don't know if it's in the anime yet.
it is already done, I think.
The
Yeah.
notorious B.I.G. one.
Where she
the-
gets her stands.
No. Okay, because I haven't read the
I
manga
think,
for
yeah,
Part 5.
apparently they've changed a lot in the anime.
Yeah, no, in
way
the anime,
everything, like,
the last episode was like the ice guy. They're like trying to go to Venice. They're
No,
driving a
you
car.
passed it. Wait, they're escorting the girl and she gets...
Did the plane scene happen already? Was there any...
Aerosmith or
Like a
No,
plane-
an actual plane.
Notorious B.I.G.
Okay.
I don't think they named it. I think Trish.
Was it a fly
Were
or
they
something?
ever actually in a plane?
I don't remember a plane.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah,
no,
a
no, no.
train.
A train, yes, not a
Not-
plane.
There is a scene where something happens and a character does something amazing on their own, and then literally like I think, I'm not sure, but I remember reading this like in the manga. It's like, oh, it's because Jorna rubbed off of you. And I'm like, what?
Yeah,
It's like-
they fixed Jordan
Son of
a
Dio,
lot.
clearly he is God.
That is literally the whole point. It's that he's so charismatic that everyone sucks his dick.
In the manga, yes, but I think apparently in the anime he's speaking more and they
Yeah,
changed the
no,
way
I've
he
seen the
behaves.
first 10 episodes.
So I
you
don't
can see the difference.
Yeah.
From
no.
the anime, I don't feel it's rubbed off that because the anime I think does change things.
Anime fixed it so much.
Yeah, they made it
Yeah.
a lot better.
Because
I
even
think
with
it
part
looks
3,
really
I felt
cool.
Jotaro was more likable personally. They
He-
gave him a few more scenes.
The plane scene, the same plane scene, they crash, everyone's dying, literally dying. And then
Don't spoil it for me.
yes,
Well,
it's stupid.
It happens all the time. Oh, I'm literally dying. It's
Yeah.
okay. The Joe Bro's here to save
yeah, and
the
then
day.
Jordan's like so injured. He's like, oh, I don't know if I can heal you guys. Next panel, like, there's no healing. Next panel, they're in a city. Yeah, so next panel, they're in a city, fully healed. They don't tell you, like, oh, Giorno was able to heal. They just, yeah, it's fine. Continue. Who cares?
I mean, I haven't.
Should we ask Hamza to do like the...
Hey, official English. End the fucking podcast.
Yeah, so Hamza actually came in last minute.
Wait, can I ask a small question to Hamza?
You have a big
Okay.
penis.
Did you come like 10 minutes back before just like peep in and then just go away?
Yeah,
Why
Why?
didn't you come in?
I had things to do.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Okay,
So,
yeah.
anyways, we're on our last topic for this podcast. We're talking about disappointing anime.
Yes.
Oh, jeez. Disappointing anime.
Do you
well,
have any? Or manga?
Hajime.
Oh, Citrus. Fuck that show.
Oh.
And that manga.
Oh yeah, I remember you. telling
Citrus
me.
is getting a sequel.
Oh, you told me
Citrus
that.
Plus or some shit. Fucking
Alright.
kill us.
Did it get a live action too, or am
I don't
thinking
know,
of
but
something else?
that's basically porn then.
No, but like Citrus, seriously, like if it didn't get the hype, I wouldn't be bothered with it. But it had hype, which really fucking
Hey.
bothered me. Especially like it's so bad. Like the decisions the characters make, the emotions of the characters make no sense, and just
You know what's the similarity between Citrus the fruit and the manga? They both leave a sour taste in your mouth.
well, that's a perfect point. Don't-
Yeah.
Okay.
Fucking end it.
Yeah, so we'll end it.
He's actually ending.
All right, everyone. Bye.
Goodbye!
Sayonara.
Hi and
Sayonara,
bye.
minasan.
Say something, Hamza.
I'm good.
Arigato, senpai.